we're talking about cutting out the middleman, because the reason why most of the time when you're getting gigs early on, they're not paying gigs is because there's a middleman involved. If you're paying a pay to play showcase for a promotion company, the reason you're not getting paid is because the promoter is usually paying the venue to do the show, and then they're making their money back by making you sell tickets. So that's the reason why you're out of the loop when it comes to getting paid. If you're playing as an opener for a much larger act, most of the time the promoter on that show is going to have everything tied into that. There's a way to get around this. DIY is a term that gets thrown around a lot. And unfortunately, I think it's a term that sometimes gets abused, especially in our industry. There's a lot of people that use DIY without factoring in DIR. You can do it yourself all you want, but you got to do it right. If you can't do it right, then doing it yourself is completely pointless. When people talk about wanting to do stuff themselves or cut people out of the middle, the first thing you got to really look at is the pros and cons of doing this yourself. You say, I want to book my own shows. I don't want to deal with promoters. I don't want to deal with the middleman. I don't have to hire a manager. I don't want to have to be paying all these other people to do things that I should be able to do myself and get the full benefit from. You have to look at the real pros and cons of that. Now, the first obvious pro of that is that the fewer people that are involved, the fewer pieces of the pie get taken out. So you theoretically can make a lot more money if you're doing these things yourself. If you're serving as your own booking agent, yes, you can absolutely get away with not paying a booking agent. You can get away with not paying an artist manager if you're managing yourself. So there are advantages to that. And also, one of the major advantages to being DIY is that as you learn how to do these things yourself, you learn what to watch out for, so that down the line, when it does make sense for you to go with a professional for management or a professional booking agent, you know what pitfalls to look for and you know what red flags to look for.